Clark, we're now past the trade deadline. For teams that have made changes, what does that do to chemistry, to camaraderie?
Kevin, it can cut both ways. It really can. You have examples of trades working well for both teams. Sometimes trades are one-sided. Sometimes teams take a while to adjust to new players and new roles. It varies, and it's really all over the spectrum of what it can be in terms of outcome.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Bradley in at the center.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And stolen by Siakam. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Hands it from downtown.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Here's MP following the score by Indiana.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Nembhard. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked him what his strategy was for slowing down Tyrese Halliburton, and he said to guard him tightly. Even when he's dribbling the ball off the floor, I want us to be aggressive. I don't want him to have any breathing room. Let's see how much pressure they bring tonight against him. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now, here's Nesmith. Following the miss by MP.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Huh? What a group. You look at MP, he's just not quite in the running at this point. And while he's had a pretty good season, it doesn't look like he'll be a contender.
And maybe he's not there with the absolute cream of the rookie crop, but I think the transition to the NBA has been a fluid one for him.
Yeah, you talk about cream. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being the cake either now. I mean, he's had a very good year. He really gave that team an injection of energy and excitement that would not have been there otherwise.
Now, Hart, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Towns, a screen on Halliburton. MP, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Wasted no time on that one.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the league, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, two star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. You need dance lessons. And
4 right now for the Knicks. And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Shepard. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Clarkson with the ball. Defended by Mathurin. Lock at 6. And that one good from Clarkson.
Fighting his way inside. Clarkson shows good body control.
And it's Jones with the ball for Indiana. Pass to Mathurin. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by Robinson. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Clarkson passes to Robinson. On the wing, Milton. Offline with his 3. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to Toronto. To the paint, to the inside. Mathurin against Clarkson. Left side, Mathurin. Up and in on the layup.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And so it's Indiana looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little.
There's a... He's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Yabusele. And MP subbed in for Miles McBride. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Celtics wasn't happy with how he played. He picked up a handful of points and made an effort to share it with his guys, too. He hasn't played his best ball of late, struggling to get into a rhythm, and at times, he's looking flustered. Guys?
You got it. Thanks for the report, Allie. You know, even the best players have weak games, guys, but I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, you know, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And Indiana with a change here, too. Bradley's checked in. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning the championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
And stolen by Hart. Got a piece of it. Neesmith with the ball. And it's Clarkson picking him up. Pass to Nembhard. Takes the 3. And Tyrese Halliburton gets the three. Halliburton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
Indiana leading by 16. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
Nembhard against Hart. Halliburton passes to Nesmith. Now Nembhard. Here's Bradley. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. MP inside. Nembhard covering. The inside shot is off from MP.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And so it's Indiana in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Get ready for your pocket bite.
Hello, everybody. The news is in. Players of the week have been named. Let's see who's hot. In the West, Devin Booker.
We all know what Booker is capable of. He can score with the best of them. One of the game's elite shooters, great shot mechanics. Ball looks like it's going in every time, unlike your ugly shot, Kitty. And he can slide over the point guard if you need him to do that.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Pacers.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2 in the place to be. Most definitely, they seize the paint like a MIC. Me and Ernie and Kenny.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Pacers leading by 16. We've got Anunoby. Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's MP. And it's Bridges in at the 2. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Halliburton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
New York ball.
Knicks trail by 17. if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Towns dishes to MP. Fires from 18. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, you know, for all his perimeter skills, Towns also bringing that physicality inside.
Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton is screen on Bridges. Siakam outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Mikal Bridges.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Shot clock at 6.
Ice cold coming out of the half. That's 0 for 3.
And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll revenue penalty tax, but right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, the Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Guys?
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. There's the pick. For 3, Siakam. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy.
Mikal Bridges lethal in the catch and shoot. You've got to run him off those kinds of looks.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Towns finds MP. Towns sets the pick for MP. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And stolen by MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Down low, here's Hart. Hits the jump hook.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Towns against Siakam. Pass to Nesmith. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Put your hands together for your next Saxon.
Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. The Pacers in 5th.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll...
Deciding to change it up. Pacers leading by 10 on the court for Indiana. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Bradley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bradley is screen on Bridges. Clock at 4. Halliburton for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. New York's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now Siakam. Count it! And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Down by 12. Hart with a screen on Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock. Here is MP. Fires the 3. Nembhard there for the rebound. Now Siakam. That one drops.
When he is locked in like this, points just seem to flow from Siakam no matter where he is on the floor.
MP deciding where to go with it. Now Towns. Hands off.
And that's just great work there to get into shooter space and then go and corral that backcourt.
Halliburton. Now Siakam. Takes the 3. Down it goes for 3.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's MP. From outside. That does not go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pacers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Pascal Siakam.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Siakam. So no no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they